Please, please let my human not be around. I can't find the remote. Okay, before you judge me, I can explain. Every story has two sides. And today, you're going to hear mine. My name is Biscuit. I am a golden retriever. And according to my human, I'm a very good boy. A very, very good boy. I follow the rules. Well, most of them. I guard the house. I monitor suspicious squirrels. And I personally inspect every snack that enters this home. For safety reasons. Obviously, my human trusts me. She thinks I spend my afternoons doing important dog things, like napping, or protecting the living room. But yesterday, something happened. She discovered the truth. She walked into the room very quietly, and there I was, sitting perfectly still, staring at the television. She didn't say anything at first. She just stood there, watching me, watching the screen. And then she asked the question, "Biscuit, what are you watching?" Now, in my defense, I didn't think she would notice. But apparently, my afternoon cartoon routine was not as secret as I thought. I guard the house, and I protect the snacks. Not just any snacks. The important ones. The ones that could fall into the wrong hands. I patrol the living room. I inspect the couch cushions. And I make sure no crumb goes unnoticed. I chase the mailman, sometimes, and the neighbor's cat, if it dares. But mostly, I keep an eye on my snacks. It's a serious job, and someone has to do it. But there's more. There's a part of my day that even my human doesn't know about. A secret part. A part that requires stealth, focus, and dedication. It's the time when the TV turns on, and I disappear, quietly, into my own little world. So, the truth is out. Every afternoon, I have a ritual, a sacred time, when the world fades away, and I focus, completely, on the screen. I don't fully understand it, but the Blue Dog family speaks to my soul. Here, you reference Bluey without showing it. I watch their adventures, their chaos, their tiny victories, and their snack struggles. And yes, I feel connected. Sometimes my human changes the channel, and I give her the look, the one that says, "Do you not understand the importance of this story?" Sometimes, I even sit on the edge of my seat, like a true critic, judging every move. And when an episode ends, I stare at the TV, longingly, as if asking for just one more minute. This is my secret life. My human may call it silly, but to me, it is essential. It's not just a show, it's a lifestyle. When the TV comes on, everything else disappears. I forget the backyard. I forget the mailman. I even forget the snacks. Well, almost. Snacks are still important, but the show comes first. I lean in closer. I tilt my head. I wag my tail. Sometimes, quietly, because I'm so focused. I analyze every scene, every bark, every tiny blue paw, as if my entire future depends on it. Sometimes I bark, not because I'm excited, but because I feel compelled to comment on the plot. And when the episode ends, I sit there, staring at the TV, like a wise old dog, reflecting on what I just witnessed. My human may laugh. She may shake her head, but I know she will never understand the deep, soulful connection between a golden retriever and a cartoon. Everything was going perfectly. The story was building. The tension was rising. I was fully invested. Then, it happened. My human walked into the room. At first, I thought nothing of it. She stood behind me, watching the screen, watching me, and for a brief moment, I believed she understood. But then, she picked up the remote and committed the crime. She changed the channel, just like that. No warning, no discussion, no respect for the storyline. The screen went dark. The Blue Dog family disappeared, and I sat there, staring, in complete disbelief. I slowly turned my head and looked at my human, not with anger. No, something far worse. Disappointment. Deep, profound, golden retriever disappointment. Because in that moment, I realized something terrible. My human does not understand. Great television. After the channel changed, the room became very quiet. Too quiet. The television was no longer telling a story. No adventures. No tiny blue dog family. Just silence. I sat there for a moment, processing what had just happened. Then slowly, very slowly, I turned my head and looked at my human. Not angrily. I'm a golden retriever. Anger is not really my style. But I looked at her, the way a wise old dog looks at someone who has made a very poor decision. A look that says, really? A look that says, you interrupted important storytelling. A look that says, I expected better from you. My human noticed the look. She tried to laugh. She even said, Biscuit, it's just a cartoon. Just a cartoon. Just a cartoon. In that moment, I realized something tragic. My human does not understand art. After that moment, my human didn't say much. She just stood there, holding the remote, looking at me, like she was trying to solve a mystery. I could see the questions in her eyes. Questions like, how long has this been happening? Is my dog watching television? And more importantly, how does he know when the show starts? I stayed perfectly still, because sometimes silence is the best strategy, but my human kept watching me. She looked at the couch. She looked at the TV. Then she looked back at me. And suddenly, everything made sense to her. The way I run into the living room every afternoon. The way I sit in the exact same spot. The way I stare at the screen, like a tiny furry philosopher, analyzing the meaning of life. All the clues were there. She had simply never noticed before, until now. Now the secret was out. My human finally understood. Her golden retriever had a very unusual hobby. After my human figured it out, things changed. At first, she just stared at me, like she had discovered a brand new species of dog, a television-watching dog. Then she started asking questions. Biscuit, do you actually watch this? Do you understand what's happening? I didn't answer. Of course, some mysteries are better left unsolved. But the next afternoon, something interesting happened. My human turned on the TV, looked at me, and smiled, almost like she was inviting me. So, I did what any respectable golden retriever would do. I walked into the living room, sat in my usual spot, and waited, patiently, professionally, like a seasoned television critic. My human laughed. She sat down beside me, and together, we watched the show. 2 different species, 1 couch, 1 very important cartoon. And in that moment, I realized something wonderful. Maybe, just maybe, my human was finally learning. Now, if you'll excuse me, my afternoon program is about to start. And this time, my human knows better than to change the channel.